See, this is a tough. See, and this one's gonna take off. Yep. What is up, everyone? This is Bo Bear here, playing the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I was going to show you a little bit about where I like to do my goose hunting. Right now I'm located at a cabin right here on the edge of this little lake, I suppose, in Hirschdorf, it looks like. No. Oh, it's corrected. We're in Schönfeld now. And as you can see here, I have a tent set up over in this field just directly east of here. So I'm going to go ahead and fast travel there. But the cabin is a great way to, you know, have kind of a target so that if you get to your starting cabin or wherever you may have another cabin nearby, you can just drive straight to that cabin, which is, well, it's over in that direction, up the hill, over the river and through the woods, so to say. And then, as you can see here, right in this hill here is the best hunting location, according to me. Every once in a while, you'll have some red fox go through here. Fallow deer will go over into that kind of meadow over there, I think, right around here. And they'll also go into that field back there. And then there always seems to be boar over in that field over there. Right on the edge is where they like to have need zones spawn. So yeah, it's a great location, and I know I just spent a lot of time just talking about all the other animals that show up, but geese, this is a great spot. As you can see, it's very open through here. Very open, and then even though there's a row of trees here, you can still see through the trees very well. So we're gonna load up for hunting some geese. We're gonna lay down and see how geese are as of February 2019. There's a fox. Oh, see, we're already getting geese. I'm not prepared. We're gonna, what should we put away? I don't even know. Put away the King Zenith. I just bought a new shotgun, I thought. The free 20 gauge, but it's not showing up in my inventory. Still not showing up. It says owned though. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna put some 20 gauge shells, 20 gauge bird shot. Like so. Gonna throw that shotgun here on number 4. Throw that bird shot in here as well. And we are gonna wait this puppy out. See how long it takes for more geese to show up. Well, it seems like we've got something traveling right next to us. But it's, can't see. We're gonna have to get out of here. All right, got a road deer down. You know, I don't ever shoot enough roe deer, but they are pretty. Pretty little deer. But we're on the hunt for geese, not roe deer. I will say, one thing I've noticed about the geese, I think anyway, is that they just kind of seem to be going slow. Like, just look at them. They're so slow. Oh, they're starting to turn. And it's just kind of infuriating knowing, like, they're on paths. We have to wait for them to get to us. And they're going so slow that it takes them forever. But, I mean, as far as the spot, I mean, you can see how this is a pretty good setup. I usually like to get them right as they're coming down. We'll do it right here. Gotta be quick about it so we can reload. Those guys are too far away. For the next ones, so that was a good, what was that, 6? We got 6 there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and load up with more shotguns. I'm hoping that in this little time that we're doing this whole goose hunting thing, I can just end up buying. Okay, see this too? See how I'm walking through here and I'm not getting hit up by a bunch of dismantle things? Do that with the duck decoys. Because I hate going over and getting ducks and picking up decoys at the same time. I'm sorry, I feel really whiny right now, but I'm calling it as I see it. These are the things that bother me. They're my pet peeves. And I'm sure it's a lot easier to point them out than to actually do something about them. I gotta get that one too. Just want to get... Okay, we're gonna wait till these guys are coming in. Stand up here. Notice here how when I'm shooting these geese, I have one go right in front of me, but I keep going for the distant ones. With the ones that go right in front of you, you have time to get them, just like right there. So you might as well go for the ones in the distance first. Oh, none of those got out to him. That's too bad. We were doing so well though. We had 6, didn't we? Now this is something I've noticed. Like this is what? This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That's a pretty big flock. I remember in the past, I feel like they were usually anywhere between 6 and 9, but a group of 10, that's not too bad. So perhaps they slowed it down, but increased the size of the flock too, which is great because one of my favorite things to do in this game with the goose hunting was actually getting some buddies together and hunting some geese, you know? So with this here, we have those 2 flying high. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait for these 2 to land, I feel. And then try to take them as they're flying off. So I might have to exit this whenever these guys decide to land. Jeez, they're taking forever. Are they actually? Yeah, okay, good. So as these guys start to approach, I'm going to exit out of here, kind of run this direction, because they're all going to fly. I'm making hand motions and it doesn't help. They're going to fly towards that mountain there. So me getting out here, we're going to set this into effect. I'm going to probably go for that higher one. See how I ran to him. Even better, me kind of running at him, threw them off. Oh, that one, dang, wasted a shell there. What is that? I see the shadow, but I don't see the goose. Oh, it's way up there. Right as they get a couple feet from the ground, or at least down. Oh shoot, they're already flying. Switch, switch, switch. Switch, switch, switch. Ah, I scared him. I was hoping that would reach them, but it didn't look like it. Ah, right about the 3/4 way, I saw these guys in the distance, and I was like, ah, shucks. You know, I'm kind of being a little, maybe I'm being a little too patient. I'm waiting for them to get too low. Because the flock's bigger, I'm waiting for the entire flock to get low to the ground. And maybe I just need to, kind of pick it off once the majority of the flock is down. Kind of coming towards the ground. Because the way the animation seems to be set up, they go towards the ground and they create not much of a, I mean, it kind of is a V, but it's also kind of a U shape. And so they're going to make that shape no matter where you get them. So you can shoot when they're coming down, and then they'll go down, create that V shape, and then start going back up. Or you can wait till they're already down and they take off. Now, the problem is that if you don't wait till they're low enough to you, if you start shooting at them when they're already 10 feet above you, they're going to hit that V at 8 feet and they're going to take off, which means they're going to get out of range a lot quicker. So you got to find that happy middle spot of like right when they're about 6 to 4 feet above the ground so that they go down another 2 feet or so, or 3 feet, and then they make that V and go back up, and so that gives you even more time to fire at them. So like I said, we're gonna find that happy middle spot. I did see on a comment somewhere, someone had mentioned to add in a setting to change the what is the word I'm looking for? The master volume, the volume setting for like goose calls and callers in general. And that's a pretty great idea. You know, as far as the game design, I'm not sure how much work goes into controlling how much sound the caller does. But if we go to system and go to audio, right now we only have SFX, music, dialogue, and the subtitles. And that's not much to go off of, because special effects does, you know, the animals, it does the airplane in the background, it does the wind, it does the callers, it does the rifles, and we really need a little more to go off of. And I think in my beginner tutorial video, I even made the remark saying, you know, if you have this playing on your TV versus headphones or headset or something like that, a lot of people are going to be fine with the sound of geese, sound of deer, but, you know, you start hearing this, and your family isn't going to be as excited about that as you are. But the matter of making it worse is that, you know, 20 seconds from that moment, see, we're getting hit up with 2 flocks again. From that moment, you're going to be shooting a gun a bunch, which is just another loud boom. Oh, you better land. See, they're all landed. See, this is a tough. See, and this one's gonna take off. Yep. 2 on that one. Ah! I'm starting to think it's just kind of the matter of the 20 gauge. It might just not have the range of the 12 gauge. We're really gonna have to try that here. Actually, we can try it right now. Let's go grab these geese. I don't see any approaching flocks right now. Some of you are thinking, dogs, add dogs into the game, and that may be something. You know, they added them to the Country Classic, so it's not entirely ridiculous to picture. But I just remember that for a lot of things, the dogs were kind of a hassle. But we'll see if they eventually put them in the game. We'll see how they work out. I think with this one, we're just gonna focus on the cacciatore. Oh, I keep forgetting that that's gonna put me up. See about getting all 6. If we get 6, we'll switch to another shotgun, try to get 3 more. But it's really easy in this situation, and as you've probably seen in the past flocks, it's really easy to go, okay, 1 flock's landing right now. I'm gonna wait till the other flock lands too. If you do that, it's not gonna work out very well. Just choose 1 flock. In this situation, I like this larger flock, and say, okay, I'm gonna wait till they land. Now the problem with that is the smaller flock is already starting to land. The larger flock is waiting a little bit longer. This guy right here, when he gets near me, he's gonna take off. And I grabbed the wrong shotgun. Oh man, I got confused between the 2 shotguns. That wasn't good. I should have easily been able to see how many rounds I had. But that last little bit there, aiming at those geese that were flying in this direction, northeast, northeast, it kind of told me what I was wondering, and that was, is the shotgun shell just not going as far as I thought it should be going from my past play? Or is it the problem of the 20 gauge? And right there, with those last shells with the cacciatore, definitely seemed like it was a problem with the shotguns. It seems like they've decreased the range at which you can shoot them. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. I remember when Geese first came out, for those of you who were there when that happened, the bird shot did not do enough damage to those that were kind of mid-range. I don't know how far away that would be, but for the geese that were over in this range over here, you know, if you shot at one, it was a goner. Like it would just fly away. And I remember my brother and I sitting out waiting for geese because we thought it was a lot of fun, but at the same time, we just weren't getting as many geese as we were shooting, and so it was kind of ridiculous. So we ended up switching to birdshot. Yeah, switching to birdshot. Switching to buckshot. And we were using buckshot for all of our geese because the buckshot did more damage and it had a further range. Now the problem with the buckshot versus the birdshot is that obviously your integrity is going to be a little lower. You're going to lose money that way. But it's a quicker kill at the same time. So we might do that just for some experimentation. You know, that would be the difference between, I mean, it could be your way of simulating a goose gun, perhaps like a 10 gauge or something like that with some big old shells and being able to reach out way far, because that isn't something they've added into the Hunter. So if you want to kind of simulate that, maybe you buy some buckshot, throw them in your gun, say, okay, these are my Goose shells. We'll do that. We'll do that right now. We'll add some buckshot in. I think the goose hunting and the Hunter Call of the Wild, it's definitely one of those things where if you've been trudging around for a long time and you're kind of looking for a break, you just kind of want to sit there and just wait for the animals to come to you. Goose hunting is definitely that opportunity, because you can lay down in your little bed here and just wait for the geese to come to you, and you call a little bit, you have your decoys spread out, you can play on your phone, and then they do the rest of the work. Well, the ones we did hit definitely died. I think that one that fell over there might have been a buckshot. We'll have to see when we get these. I'm trying to find them. Thought one fell over here, but I guess not. Okay, so 1 buckshot, 0 integrity bonus. Still made how much money? 457. So we lost about $100. Let's call these babes in. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to add an animation in that shows you how long we've been waiting, but it seems like we waited about 20 minutes. Or around there, maybe 15. And that seems to be the amount of time it took for all the geese to reset and kind of go back on their paths and fly slow towards all the locations that they go over the fields and look for players and decoys and whatnot. Which can be nice, but it can also be a problem when you have multiple flocks going over you at the same time. You know, that means that you don't get the same chances. So yep, they're already... Jeez Louise. Huh. Interesting. So, I don't know if we learned anything right there. All I know is that... So we're loaded up with birdshot now. Just to be clear. Are they really flying away again? Okay. Yeah, I thought we had a real break. Okay, so right here, this is something to be looking forward to. And one broke away, so they ruined that, and then they split up even more. So it's not gonna work anymore. But if you can look for those groups where you can get 2 in one shot, I mean, that's huge. Okay, so we're gonna take this guy out. Could barely see that one. Well, we got shots on all those. We'll see. That one's dead, and that one's the last one. Is he gonna get away with it? It says 50 to 75. 25 to 50. I think it's gonna get away. So 0 to 25. That's it. That's it. It's dead. Way in the trees. Way in the trees. Well, I tell you what, we are surrounded by dead geese right now. But that's my new goal. Before I end this video, I'm gonna find that goose. By golly. Let's grab all these little honkers around here. Goose. That one. And I'm thinking where I was landing, or where I was laying, lined up with that guy's head. We're gonna go straight from that direction. I didn't account for the turning around, so we're gonna be right opposite of that smelly thing. This way. This is my ridiculous way of trying to figure out where the goose landed. No freaking way. We got it! Oh, that was way easier than I thought. Look at this. From that distance. Got 5 little BBs in it. How we doing on money now? Okay, so we've gone from 1,800 to 6,000 after a few flocks. Whoa, look at that. That is some... Those geese were pilots. It was like a dive bomb. Oh, they're already flying away. You kind of have to pick your battles with these geese. I mean, do you really think you're gonna get that one goose way, way away from there? Like this one. That seemed too far away, but it was wounded, so I thought, okay. Let's give it a try. Oh, great. And it fell, and I didn't see where it fell. Oh, look at that. I kind of wondered if I needed to move more north. Well, I think that about wraps up our goose hunting trip here. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you are able to find this spot and enjoy it yourselves. It's really easy to go from your starting cabin, grab a four-wheeler, and go out to this cabin, set up a tent in this field, and then set up your decoys in your bed as well. I just hope that you all have a great luck, and I hope that the geese improve over time, and I'm excited to see the new content you all make from your videos. So, talk to you later. Out. Right as they get a couple feet from the ground, or at least down. Oh shoot, they're already flying. Switch.